Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. So I'm going to be showing us how I designed this Easter flyer in CorelDraw. The software I'm using today is CorelDraw. So let's get started with the process of redesigning this flyer. I already have it here, so I'm going to create a new page and begin the design. So just come to this part of your CorelDraw. Come to this part of your CorelDraw, and on this plus icon, click on it. So now the size I used uh, is 8 inches by 10 inches, 8 inches wide and 10 inches high, and just press enter on your keyboard. When you've done that, double click on this to have a rectangle drawn out automatically for you on CorelDraw on your canvas. You can fill it with any color, but I'll just stick with the white color. um I had already designed I matched the background in Photoshop, so I have the design already here. I'll just go pick it up. Yes, this is it. And if you watched the video I did on, and if you checked out of if you've watched the tutorial I made on how to use flow to uh, change designs, like recreate designs, um, this is what we have. I saw this on Pinterest and I was able to recreate it with into this, right? Very useful. Before I now did the manipulation and edited it to what I can use as a fresh design. So I'll just power clip this inside the shape we have already. So power clip, right click and drag into the shape and position it to center. So let's fill everything up. Yes. So there is this space I just felt I would like to give the flyer, right? So with that, I was able to just reduce this a little bit. I think that's okay. Yes. Then we have, that space there. Now I'm going to bring in the logo, which is this, just like that. And we have a text that says special Easter service. So let's type special, everything in caps, Easter and service. To type is very easy. Just come to the toolbar here and click on the text tool. It's F8 for a shortcut on your keyboard, and you can type anything you want to type. So I'm expanding that. Now I work with very few fonts on that design, so I'm going to go select my font, and the font is Montserrat. Yes, I believe that I work with semi-bold or medium. Now this is where you begin to uh, arrange your design. This is the point where you begin to arrange your design. Now for the Easter, um, I would like it like this. I'm adjusting the background. Now remember that we power clipped the background inside this shape, right? So if you want to select it without necessarily going inside the shape to go and edit something like this, something like this. Edit power clip here, and then you have to be brought inside it. It's simple. You just click on the shape inside that is containing the background or whatever object you've power clipped, and on your keyboard click on the alt key and hold the alt key there while you select the background or whatever you have power clipped, so it selects what is inside the shape already, and you can move around, adjust it just like that. So it just saves you the time from of having to come to your menu bar and, you know, manually selecting all the options that you have there. Now for the Easter, I worked with the this Citadel. Let me see the name. Yeah, I think this is it. Yes, but it's a sentence case writing. Something like this is what we have there, and increase it while I centralize it together with the design. So I'll work with 24 or 20, something like that, like this, and let's increase the letter spacing between the letters like that. Um, yes, just like that. And apologies about the background noise if it is affecting you. It's work hours. Easter Sunday. Oh, sorry, special Easter service. I believe that's what I have there, right? Yes, special Easter service. So apparently, I think we have to still. That's just the way it is, and we are using Montserrat Medium for the text. Then I'm going to. Now this is what we have as a default. Of course, black color of black color text. Um, that's better. Yes, something like that is okay. Now this is going to be white, definitely, like that. Now it's time to write the date, which is Sunday, 5th April 2026, 8 a.m. So the font used here is obelisk. This is Montserrat. This is also Montserrat, and we have this. Then we have this here. So let's go for the date. Type it out. Sunday, 5th April 2026. White in color, and let's change the font to obelisk like that. I actually was concerned with the fact that if I had gone with Montserrat, let me show you. If I had gone with Montserrat, I would have had this date written like this, but I wasn't comfortable. It wasn't, it wasn't gelling. If I'm permitted to combine the word like that, like, you understand, it's too long, and I wanted it to be visible. I wanted it to be visible, so that was why I did go with the obelisk font. But for the time, yes, the time was not long, so I could work with that properly, just like that. And the name of the address, I'm changing this to Montserrat Medium, slant or italicized, and that's 4 done. you know, that's the name of that's the address of where the church is located, like that. Benway State. Um, oh, okay. Service is not part of it. Yep, like this. And then I'm going to reduce the letter spacing between each character. When I say character, I mean each alphabet or let yeah, if each alphabet. You could also think it as a letter. You're right. Also, just to be able to manage space properly and position it well, right? Now, as we can see, it's coming along pretty well, but there are still a couple of things that I had to look at because I wanted it to really, really pop and look nice. So I'm going to make a little modification to the tone of the color. Do you understand? And to do that, let me go back. Just select. I like to work from the perspective of all elements on the background so I can know how to go with the right kind of color tone or effect. So I will not go inside this shape like this and go edit the background in isolation. No, I'm going to do it from the surface with all the text on it so I can be able to see how each of the text would be displayed on the background. So I'm going to go to effect, tone curve, and this was a previous setting for an image I worked on. So just I think the red is a bit much, so I'm going to tone it down a little. Green always helps designs to pop. Um, yeah, it's getting better. So this is it. Let's see the difference. Are you seeing the little ambience of red, right? If you look at this area, you'll be able to catch the difference. So that's how it works. If I reduce the blue a little bit more, the red becomes more. All right, so we are getting there. I'm going to go copy the image now, like the host pastor. That's my pastor, and all I just have to do is just click here. I mean, paste it here. But there is something I want you to pay attention to. If you look at this place, we have a darker shade here. So let me go into the design and show you what I did there. We have this purple like uh, effect, which is a color that was faded, and we have this background here. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Now I'm going to bring in the background that serves that purpose, which is, you should see it here. Yeah, this is the background. I'm going to copy it, bring it to CorelDraw, head over to the power clip shape. This is it. Yeah. So I would use the effects tool to play around, uh, making this reveal the background we have beneath it. This is the background. This is background. When I pasted it here, it is above it, and that is what I want actually to be above the existing background. And then we have we lay an effect over it with this image. So let's go. I'm just going to play around different effects so you can see what it does, right? Okay, let me do something so you understand what I'm trying to achieve. Let's make a duplicate of this here, and then let's lay this over so you can see the difference. So with this, we can do our comparison as we work. Yes, and this was generated using Gemini, right? Um, all right, let's start applying effect. This is the add effect. I said I usually like to have my designs or effects on backgrounds applied from the lens of every other thing. When I say every other thing, I'm talking about text, images. So I've come outside the power clipped shape now. I'm outside. So from here, I can work on the effect and see what it does to the text. This is what I mean. So now this is bad for this. Multiply. This is divide. So I'll keep going until I get a satisfactory effect. You can see that all of these, you can decide to now know which you want to go for and which you don't want to go for. So as we are doing that, you can see what our original image is like and what our current image is like when we apply the effect that we are selecting. And this is how you can add effect overlay using a particular background or using one background over another background. So I've exhausted all the options, but in the process of what I was doing, I was able to pick this guy and I'll go with this effect here. Now you can see the difference. You can see the difference. I'm going to expand it a little bit. Look at the difference we are having. It's there. The effect is there. It might not be very pronounced, but it's there. It's different. If I move this out now, you will see how bare it is. This is the normal background, and this is it with our second background overlaid on it using the logical and effect. Now you can also apply transparency to it, so it depends on you how much you want to how much you want the effect to take place. But I would go with this between this transparency level. I think I'm okay with about 64. Now finally, let's overlay, because I want this information to be seen properly. Um, draw a rectangle over this area. um, I just work with something different, then overlay it. I did not go with black specifically because the whole idea was that everything is black already. I did not want that, so paste it there, and from here we can have this. So yeah, there's one more thing we will have to do, and this is it. This particular text, I'm going to also give it an effect, and that would help us to have what we have here. I hope that's not tautology. It tells us to have what we are saying here, like it's overlaid on it, right? So just the same way we overlaid the second background on the existing background there, we can try different effect here. Just come to your transparency tool and here begin to try different options. This is add, this is subtract, this is difference. Now you won't really know because we are working with black color. Um, so the kind of color you work with determines what you will see. So I'm just going to use black for now. Then I will now give it another color and see what you have. Just like that. Just keep checking things out. You'll be able to see different options based on the effect you choose. Now, don't forget that the color you have is basically black. So black can be stubborn. Black can be stubborn for real. Uh, even white, even white. So you have to be able to understand color. So I would go to normal now and select a color that is not black, but is still solid. This is a solid color. It has I think the shade of red and brown in between, but it's not exactly. This is not, of course, it's far from red, but it's not entirely brown, right? So with this now, let's apply different effect again, and you see that we are going to have a different output. I'm going to go with is it color burn now? Yes, that is it. So from here, if you change the color, you'll be able to see how the color uh interplay with your effect. But this is very, very okay. And yes, if we compare it with what we have, let me delete this because we are no longer in need of that. If you compare with what we have on the first page, you can see that is very okay, very, very okay, very, very okay, right? uh with that, you are good to go. If there is any other thing you want to add, that depends on you. uh Anything I do right now is just trying to tidy things up. That's all. Okay, there's something I'm forgetting here, so let me shift this a bit. Yes, and that is the social login. Here, just like that. Convert this to curve object, convert to curves, and come to the shape tool, select the shape tool like that, and adjust one of the nodes. You can adjust this as you like, but this is the form I want it to take. uh, the social media account is written there, just like that. Give this a white outline, copy this logo, paste it there. So you can see that this has to go up a little bit. Yeah, like this. Yep, just like that. Still on Montserrat. I'm not a fan of using many fonts. In fact, I advise people just stick with very, very few fonts in your designs. Yes, so we are, as much as possible, that as much as we can think of it, this is good. But there's something I usually like to do. I try to add noise to designs. It's it's a lovely output. So how to do that is very, very easy. You have just one background there. So to be able to add noise effectively, you have to be able to. It has to be applied on a bitmap element. So I'm going to make a copy of this. So I have two of these now. This noise is becoming much. Let me round up. Um, Effect, nothing, because it's still a shape. Now it would have worked on other shapes, but there are many factors that are affecting this, and that's because number one, which is a major one, is that it is containing another object. So I have to flatten this image right now, convert it to a bitmap, and then from there just take a look at what we are going to have. Let me just move this because I'm still going to use it, but I want you to see the difference. Effect, noise, add noise, and you're going to see the difference. Like, check it out. So increase the noise, and I'm going to reduce the density just like that. I mean, this is just bare, and this is something powerful. So shift it to the, I'm placing it at the center of the design back, and we are good to go. And that is how this design was achieved. So for this, I'm just going to bring it inside here, the background here, the shape here, paste it, and that is how we achieved this design. I hope you are able to learn a thing or two from this design. I'll be looking forward to any comments or questions in the comment section. So till I bring you another design or another video or tutorial, keep designing and keep getting better. Bye guys.